What's going on, guys? You guys are ready for the most exquisite, special, and unique fragrances for the spring of 2021? If you guys want to know my picks, they're coming up right now. Welcome back to another video on MAXFORTI. Today, of course, the top 10 niche fragrances of 2021. If you guys missed the designers, I'll pop it up here so you guys can check it out. And of course, later on this month or next week, whatever, I'll give you guys the most affordable springs of 2021 fragrances. Let's hop right into it. At the 10th spot, I'm giving you guys a absolutely gorgeous pineapple-based scent. No, it's not Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus, eat your heart out. This is going to be the most natural pineapple fragrance ever. The nose behind this is Carlos Benaim, and this particular fragrance is called Music for a While, and it's from Frederic Malle Parfums. Absolutely incredible. Pineapple is very natural up top. It's very fruity, very juicy, almost syrupy though. It's hence the fact that it's in a 10th spot. It's not something that I would probably wear too much when it gets kind of like really hot out in the springtime, but for the early spring days, you know, right now, March, April, this will work wonders. It's got this beautiful lavender, pineapple, patchouli facet, along with bergamots up top. Absolutely incredible. Like I said, if you like pineapple, this is the most natural, pineapple that you'll ever smell. Music for a While from Frederic Malle. If you like it spicy, there's one particular fragrance and one particular house that makes it very, very powerful. And it's a fragrance house that don't really get much play here on YouTube for some reason or another. I know they're expensive and you can't really find them at discounters, but when you're talking about powerful compositions, this is one of the best Italian houses when it comes to niche. And I'm talking about from Profumum Roma, this is going to be Oxiana. Now, as you can see here from a guy that owns as many fragrances as I do, wearing as much as I have of this bottle tells you a lot. This is one of my, secret hush-hush type of a fragrance, but I'm glad to share with you today. At the 9th spot, this is going to be a little bit weird, meaning it's very resinous, very woody, and very spicy. It's not gonna be for everyone, but if you have your taste similar to mine, if you like something like Arso, which I normally like to wear in a colder weather, for the springtime, this is absolutely stunning. Almost has like this boozy absinthe vibe up top. I think there's artemisia in here, tons of spices like cinnamon, cloves, and the woods at the base, including vetiver. Absolutely stunning juice right here. Opoponax is also another note here. Oxiana at the number 9 spot. Check Profumum Roma out, guys. You're going to be blown away. Now, when it comes to springtime, I think about florals, I think about fruity fragrances, and of course, I think about vetiver. I think vetiver floral fragrances are absolutely stunning for this time of the year. One that's absolutely powerful and really refreshing, sparkly, fizzy is this particular fragrance here from Ormonde, Jayne, and this is called Zizan. Now, Zizan is an absolutely masterpiece when it comes to a fruity floral vetiver fragrance. Just amazing, guys. If you like Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver, you're gonna love this. This is a lot better than Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. I'm telling you right now, if you like that kind of a vetiver genre, this is something you must try. Not you should try, you must try, guys. Zizan is, like I said, it's got this really melange of fruits up top with bergamots, lemons, limes, mandarin orange. Then you have this floral jasmine component in the heart, and this absolutely stunning combination of vetivers in the base. Javanese vetiver, Haitian vetiver. It hits you from all different angles. You got the smokiness, the earthiness, and also the fruitiness of the vetiver. It's mostly, like I said, a fruity floral vetiver type of a scent. For vetiver lovers, if you love the note of vetiver in your fragrances, like I said, must try right here. Next up is going to be a fragrance from the house of Chanel. And yes, you may argue, hey Max, Chanel isn't that designer. Yes, Chanel is quote unquote designer, but I think Les Exclusives, those more private blends kind of, like Tom Ford, for example, I would consider those more of a niche because of the scarcity of those fragrances and the elements that they use in them, making it more niche-like. So hence the fact that Les Exclusives to me is considered niche, and the fragrance I'm talking about here definitely captures one of the best fragrances of all time from Guerlain, Jiqui, and I'm talking about Chanel's Boy. This stuff here is absolutely a stunner of a fragrance. It's got the class and elegance that we all come to love from Chanel, but it has this chypre, very Jiqui kind of a vibe to it. A lot more toned down, of course, but this to me, when I smell this, it literally brings this spring vibe to me. It's floral, it's a little bit powdery, I believe it has some lavender in here, some violets. There's definitely a lot of florals in the heart, a little bit of that aldehydic touch that we get with Chanel fragrances. But like I said, this is spring in a bottle at the 7th spot, Chanel Boy. Absolutely stunner of a fragrance. Speaking of stunning fragrances, if you like fougères, this particular fragrance is one that you must try because it has the floral aspect to it. It has a gorgeous patchouli note, some honey accord in here. It reminds me of a modernized version of Givenchy Gentleman from 1974. And this is one of the best releases from last year, guys. I'm talking about Naughton and Wilson Gravitas Pour Homme, which, by the way, is releasing another, or it's another fragrance, which is a flanker to this one, or another variation of this fragrance, which is going to be lighter, a little bit more sporty. I'll pop the bottle up here on the screen so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm, for one, really dying to try that fragrance, very curious, because this one here is nothing short of a masterpiece. A stunner, guys. Lavender, patchouli, honey, spices, vanilla. It's unbelievable, guys. From a guy here that's a YouTuber, Mr. Smelly77 or Dan Naughton, to create this particular fragrance is really a feat. I really applaud him for that, because we have very similar tastes in that we like old school, refined, old world goodness, and it's definitely captured in this fragrance, guys. Check it out. It is worth every penny. If you want to smell really elegant, really sophisticated, and make an entrance, this will definitely give you that edge. Speaking of giving you an edge, this particular fragrance is minty, it's green, it's refreshing, and it has a lot of really unique, daring, and intriguing components that are amazing for a niche fragrance. When you're looking at niche fragrances, that's what we look for. And this one here definitely delivers. I'm talking about AMOUROUDE's Enclave or Enclave. Absolutely stunning mint up top. It's very green, it's a little bit herbal. It's very, very powerful, but I think the main skeleton here, the main structure, is going to be the greens and the mint. So that mint that opens up and it's very uplifting and refreshing is going to stay here throughout the life of this fragrance. And then you have, I think, cypriol, you have some vetiver in here that I absolutely love. Again, I don't have to say it anymore. So just like the bottle, very green, very refreshing, very inspiring, and even a little bit floral as well, which is great for the springtime. One of the best releases of last year, I talked about this. I think Meander, I like to wear it more in the fall. And this one here, definitely one that I most likely love to wear in the spring. I was gonna talk about Reflection Man, which I've been wearing for over a decade now, as one of my top spring fragrances, but I wanted to try a little something different this year, and I was really waiting for the spring to hit to really rock this fragrance, which I'm really looking forward to wearing this year, guys. Absolutely green, minty goodness right here, guys. Enclave from the House of AMOUROUDE, amazing for the springtime. The 4th spot, if compliments is something you enjoy getting, this particular one arguably will be, along with another one here on this list, the most, potentially compliment-inducing type of a fragrance, because it has a very designer-esque vibe to the fragrance. But I'm telling you, when it comes to compliments, it's one of the ones that gave me the most compliments. I think my top compliment of all time video I did for you guys a while back, this was definitely in the top. And I'm talking about from Francis Kurkdjian, from his house, Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is going to be Amyris Homme. Now, it's got the Amyris tree here, the Amyris flowers, which is very indulging, very creamy, very captivating. Oh my God, it smells absolutely stunning. And it also has some really nice, cool components here, like iris, like coconut. So it's very appealing. It's, like I said, very designer-esque, but you also have the niche quality and uniqueness to the fragrance. So it's like, a designer, like a niche version of a designer fragrance that I can't really put my finger on, but it's like a combination of a few popular fragrances over the years, not necessarily something that's out today. But when you smell this, you'll know what I'm talking about, because it has a very likable mass appeal to it, but without losing the quality and, of course, the niche facets of the fragrance. Absolutely stunning. I like to call this a stunning niche fragrance. And like I said, if you love compliments, you must check this out, because he came out with this company with Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And what I love about his creations is that they're very, incredibly made, but they're also very appealing. They have this incredible mass appeal. I mean, we talk about Oud Satin Mood, we talk about Baccarat Rouge 540. I mean, the list just goes on and on. The guy just has hit after hit after hit. And this is definitely one that you do not want to miss, guys. Check out Amyris Homme, amazing, at the 4th spot. At the 3rd spot, again, that's the other fragrance I'm talking about as far as compliment goes. It's gonna be very good for that. And this fragrance took notes. You may say a lot of people compare this to Creed Aventus, but I think, I'll be honest with you guys, I think it's better than Aventus for 2 reasons. Number one, you don't have to worry about batch variations, smokier, more birch, fruitier, more pineapple. This is very consistent. Every single time I get this fragrance, this is the second bottle I'm going through right now, and I've smelled this in different stores, it's the same profile that you're gonna get. So that alone gives me, you know, the peace of mind that I know it's gonna smell great every single time, and it's gonna be long lasting. And I'm talking about Hacivat from the house of NISHANE. Of course, royal pineapple, spices, floral, woody. What I like about this fragrance is that it does have a very similar resemblance to Aventus, but it's a little bit more floral and spicier than Aventus, so I think it's perfect for the springtime. Of course, retains that beautiful fruitiness that we love with the royal pineapple, the apple. It's got some smokiness in here. I think it has vetiver as well. It adds a lot of spiciness and floral facets to the fragrance that makes it a stellar composition. Like I said, like myself, many people out there that has compared this side by side with Aventus will favor this fragrance. So I guess the king has been dethroned, guys. Check this out. Amazing. This next one, the second choice here, my second pick for the spring of 2021, could have easily been a lot of different fragrances from this house. Of course, it's ROJA Parfums. This could have been Scandal, it could have been Vetiver, it could have been Enigma. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But I think this particular fragrance captures the essence of the spring perfectly. I love the color of the bottle, I love the juice itself. It's definitely one of my favorite top 3 ROJAs of all time. This is going to be ROJA Parfums Parfum Cologne Danger. Now, I wore almost half of this bottle, guys, which tells you a lot. I think it's, like I said, one of the ones that I wear the most in my collection because it's versatile, it's masculine, it's sophisticated, it's elegant. I mean, this fragrance here took notes from Heritage from Guerlain, another one that took notes from another Guerlain classic. So it's gonna be a modern day classic, guys. It smells absolutely fantastic. Scent Explorer 2019. This was my scent of the day, paired up with M7 because I wanted something to give me like a bolder, longer, powerful projection. So I went with this, layered with M7. But this fragrance in of itself is an absolute masterpiece to wear by itself. If you love Heritage from Guerlain, if you don't know Heritage from Guerlain, this is a modernized version of Guerlain's Heritage. So without a question, without a shadow of a doubt, a great fragrance, guys. But again, you must have a taste for, you know, old world quality, old world refinement and style, because it's not going to be, you know, Tonka heavy and Brocs and vanillas. It's going to be very well put together, but it's going to retain that old world goodness, class, sophistication, elegance that I love. And if you do love, this is one that you must consider. At the second spot, Danger from ROJA Parfums. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a new favorite that I'm looking to really wear this spring of 2021 because it's versatile, but it's also very unique. It's a fragrance that could be worn by men, by women, so it's very androgynous. Anyone can pull this off, and it smells absolutely fantastic and very unique. I think unique here is the key word. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from AMOUROUD, and this is White Hinoki. I mean, this brand continues to over and over again indulge me, continues to surprise me with their creations. This is a fragrance that I discovered last fall, I think October of last year, right before Scent Explorer. I haven't really talked about this fragrance because I really wanted to wait for springtime because I think this is when this fragrance will shine the most. The Hinoki wood, which is natural to Japan, in of itself is a great, very unique kind of a wood that's a little bit lemony. Like the way I would describe Hinoki wood, it has this green tea slash lemon kind of a vibe, lemon verbena slash green tea. So it's very woody, it's very aromatic. Like I said, tea would be a green tea lemon vibe, like a lemony green tea would be a very easy way to describe this up top when you first spray it on, because that white Hinoki is really gonna pop. Also with that white Hinoki, there's a trifecta of ginger, white pepper, and blood orange that will kick things off and warm things up right away. So that beautiful lemony green tea along with these, you know, fruity and spicy components with the ginger root will really make the fragrance pop on your skin. It's really gonna project like a beast. Now it doesn't end there, because as the fragrance progresses, you have cinnamon heliotrope in the mid and the base. It's gonna be really amplifying that Hinoki because you have blonde tobacco and, of course, one of my favorite notes, whiskey. This is an absolute stunning fragrance. In fact, it will be my scent of the day today. If you're looking for one incredible, not amazing, not great, but incredible, stunning fragrance to wear this spring, guys, check this out. Like I said in the beginning, unique is the word here. Powerful, strong projection, great longevity, and it's gonna make you stand out in the crowd. There's no one out there that's gonna smell like this because there's nothing that's similar to this fragrance, guys. White Hinoki from AMOUROUD, and my number one, a stunning juice that I'm really, really looking forward to wearing this spring of 2021. Now, let me know your thoughts, guys, on my picks. Did I miss anything that you guys love? Let me know in the comments which favorite spring niche fragrances you guys are looking forward to wearing this spring of 2021. Guys, let me know in the comments. I'd love to read your comments as always, and always look to find something unique that I haven't even heard of. So go ahead, sound off in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for your support. That's all I can say. I really appreciate your support. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy the content, leave it in a like. Turn on the little bell for me so you guys can get these videos straight into your feed. And of course, subscribe for a lot more. Again, I will love you for it. Thank you so much, guys. As always, remember, fragrance is emotion in motion. It's an extension of who you are, so choose your fragrance wisely and make it yours. I'll see you guys back here again very soon. Take care.